Craig, just looking back over the few weeks, the last few games, we had a big away win at Bradford. It's always a difficult place to get a victory. Then Widnes here turned that around in 5 days and beat Toulouse was a massive achievement. And then last Sunday at the Bash, a brilliant performance against Halifax. You must be really pleased with the way things are going.
Yeah, immensely pleased. I think that, as you said, the games that you've highlighted there, they're all against teams that are in and around that top six, and we know it's going to be a difficult period. And I think we got the game previous that with Featherstone as well, and then obviously got York coming up this weekend. And we said that in them period of 6 games, real tough period of 6 games, we'd probably be happy if we got 3 wins out of 6 there. But at the minute we're 4 out of 5. So we've already exceeded the expectations potential that we set ourselves, but we've got the potential to go 5 out of 6, and if we can do that, then there'd be an unbelievable achievement from them last 6 games.
In amongst that, there was a Friday evening at Hull KR, which is probably the form team in the country, perhaps. Great experience for the boys, and again, never a backward step taken, which just shows the spirit of the group there as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, and we were busted as well. We had 20 minutes left in the game. We've got no rotations left at all. We've got three guys that were sat on the bench injured, and a couple of people on the field that were injured as well that they couldn't get off because as rotations had gone. It was a difficult first half, but they dug deep in that second half and showed what they're about. And I think they gave a true battle performance, gritty and determined in that second half. And Hull KR are absolutely quality side, and they deserve to where they are in Super League. And for the guys who went up against them there on that day after working that day as well, and then travelling through to Hull KR as well after that, it's a massive achievement for a part-time club. And I hope for the guys enjoyed it, but ultimately one step too far in the Challenge Cup on that occasion.
But pulling that around again, just to come back to the Bash last week, to go back and face again a rival Halifax, a very good side in top form as well, and to come from behind like we did, that showed some spirit and some guts as well, didn't it?
Yeah, and Halifax are probably one of the most consistent teams in the Championship. They finished 3rd in each of the last 2 seasons. They were sitting 3rd in the table as well, and we played them on Sunday in the Bash now. So consistently, Halifax have always been up there in the top 3-4 of the division. So we knew it would be tough. The game at Halifax early on in the season was a tough game, and it sort of mirrored how the game went on Sunday as well, where the way at Halifax, I think we were dominant in the first half, and Halifax was dominant in the second half, and they got the victory. And then the table slips the last week at the Bash, where I think Halifax were quite dominant for that first 15-20 minute period, but then after that we found us feet and managed to dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole, coming back from 12-0 down and not conceding another point for the last sort of 60 minutes or so. So really enjoyable victory. I think you can see by the players' reactions on the field after the game, they all enjoyed it, and they sort of galvanised themselves now that we're 4 on the bounce in the league, and we're looking up rather than down.
As you've touched on there, coming up this weekend, York, a very difficult opponent again. Obviously you had a pre-season game over there, which was a testing afternoon in very different circumstances, of course, but again, you'll be looking forward to this week.
Yeah, definitely. We know you don't win or lose anything in pre-season, but they did quite a convincing number on us over at York in that pre-season friendly, and as you say, it were difficult circumstances. I think we went down to 17 players, I think, during the morning of the game, where people pulling out through injury and illness, but they did a real good number on us, and they showed what quality they've got. I think they've struggled a little bit themselves recently because of injuries to key players and not getting a recognised partnership at half-back for a number of weeks now, but the quality that they've got in the side from all the way through the squad, from full-back to the reserves, is first class, and York are always up there challenging for the playoffs as well. So we know it's going to be a difficult game this week, and we know we're going to have to come with the same attitude and the same approach that we had for the last 60 minutes against Halifax at the weekend.
And our support over recent weeks has been tremendous, especially at Hull KR, and then at the Bash on Sunday. The support was unreal, and we've got an opportunity this week with the free entry for maybe some new faces to come and experience the atmosphere we have here at Batley of the venue as well. Yeah,
definitely. It's always good when we go away and we've got that vocal support wherever we go. We're certainly not got the biggest numbers of fans that come, but they're certainly some of the loudest. But I think the numbers are growing week by week, and as we're getting more successful as the seasons have gone on, with that away following is getting more vocal, getting bigger every season. So long may that continue. And yeah, as you said, this weekend it's a great opportunity for people who don't normally come to games for whatever reason. The gates are open free of charge, and it's basically invite everybody who wants to come down. If you've got nothing to do, get yourself down there. There'll be lots of things going on at the ground. And it's a celebration of the life of Joe Cox as well, and hopefully a great get together for the whole community, and hopefully they can cheer the Bulldogs on to another victory.